It's 2025 and still you are not able to speak in English fluently. But have you ever wondered why you can't speak in English fluently so far? See, you have been trying for months and years, still you have not achieved your desired outcome. But what could be the reason? What could be the reason for not accomplishing your goals? Because you have been trying your level best to learn this language, still you struggle to communicate with anybody, to articulate your ideas. You constantly get stuck whenever you try to speak in English. So we will get into this topic today. In this video, I am not going to share any strategy or any study method or any tips or tricks to help you enhance your language in 2025 because I have already done that. I have already shared all the strategies and techniques that helped me to learn this language in a short period of time. So I'm not going to repeat them. But if you are looking for any secret that can significantly change your language and can make you a better and fluent speaker, then surely I do have something that will blow your mind. But before I reveal the secret that can make you fluent in English in 2025, there is one thing I want to point out, and a lot of people do not understand the whole concept of it. And understanding this point is very crucial for you. So, if you're someone who has this kind of mindset that I am not able to speak in English fluently because I am not privileged enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not talented enough, or I am this or that, just please get rid of this mindset. Please, because if you truly want to become fluent in English, you will have to come out of this mindset. See, if I had thought in the same way, because I have already talked about my entire background, what I did, where I come from, what kind of struggles I had, still, if I could learn this language somehow and I'm able to deliver this message in front of you, then why can't you? You just need the right mindset and dedication and willingness to learn every single day, and you're good to go. Nobody can stop you to learn this language. Nobody can stop you to become the master of this language and deliver your speeches in front of thousands of people. You can do it. All you need is the right mindset that you have the potential to achieve it and you are going to get it because you deserve it. Before I proceed, there is one thing I really wanted to say for so long because I am literally seeing a lot of people making this mistake and completely forgetting the whole concept of it. And that is something a lot of people make mistake, and it is consumption. Sure, I did talk about the power of consumption because if you're someone who has consumed enough and if you constantly consume, then everything will be ingrained in your mind and your subconscious mind will absorb everything naturally, and it will help you to speak in English flawlessly and fluently without struggling much and without translating everything from your mother tongue to English. So it will certainly help you. Sure, I did say that. But now I think a lot of people have misunderstood it because they think they just have to consume and consume. That is it. They are literally jumping from one thing to another. They are reading tons of books. They are listening a lot of podcasts. They are constantly watching videos one after another, and it is something I didn't want you to do. Because, see, consumption is not the only thing that is going to make you fluent in English. You just didn't have to focus on consumption because consumption is just one aspect of learning this language. If you are consuming enough and just jumping from one book to another and just skipping one video to find the next one, this is not the right way to learn this language. Sure, it will help you to some extent, but another thing and the most important part is, and this is the only thing that will decide whether you become fluent in English or not, and it is production, whether you are producing enough or not. Okay, so we can understand the whole concept by taking an example of driving a car. Let's say you want to learn how to drive a car. then only by watching videos how to drive a car or only by looking at those people who actually drive a car are you going to learn how to drive a car. I mean, sure, you will have an idea that how to do everything step by step, but if you want to get good at it, you will actually have to sit in the front seat and then just handle all the gear. Although, actually, I have no idea about the car, so I wouldn't be able to express the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, if no matter what you want to do, you will actually have to do that. If you want to learn how to paint something, you will actually have to take the brush and just all the painting and then try it so that you can get better at it. Why are not you applying the same rule when it comes to speaking in English fluently? If you want to speak in English fluently, if you want to get better at it, you will actually have to speak as much as you can. Now, I totally get your point that you're afraid you're going to make mistakes or people are going to laugh at you. You are not confident enough to speak in front of people. I totally get your point. So, what you can do instead is instead of speaking in front of people, you can speak to yourself. You can speak at your home. Well, I'm not telling you to speak to your family members if you do not feel comfortable, if you feel a bit awkward, but you can talk to yourself, right? You can record yourself speaking in this language. You can speak in front of mirror. You can do many things that will significantly improve your language. I totally get your point that it is easier said than done, because when it comes to doing it, you need to muster courage and you need to have enough audacity to come out of your own thoughts and just face rejection, go through failures, make mistakes, and people will be making fun of you. I totally get it. Although I have not experienced everything, but I understand that how it feels. But honestly, if you want to speak in English fluently, if you genuinely want that, then you will have to do that. You will have to come out of your fear and actually face it so that you can become stronger and you do not feel worried and afraid that people are going to make fun of my mistakes. So, if you truly want to become fluent in English in 2025, there's one thing I would emphasize the most, and that is instead of consuming, please focus on producing, because you have already consumed enough. For few years you have done a lot, you consumed everything you could, but now it's time for you to focus on speaking, because if you want to become fluent in English, you will actually have to speak as much as you can. Just grab every opportunity you get. Even though you do not get opportunity out there, it's absolutely normal. You can create opportunities for yourself. You can just create situations where you're speaking to yourself. Even if you're speaking at home, even if you're speaking in front of camera, in front of mirror, that's absolutely okay. But you have to speak every single day for as many hours or as many minutes as you can. And trust me, if you speak every single day, even for 30 to 40 minutes, you will be unrecognizable within 6 to 7 months. And when I say this, I really mean it. But yeah, I'm actually talking about practicing, not only consuming. Sure, do consume, but now you have to reduce the amount of consumption you do. Rather, you have to focus on production. Rather, you have to focus on speaking every single day so that you will be able to speak this language without any mistakes, without translating everything in your head. And yeah, you don't really have to worry about making mistakes because it's the part of the journey. I still make a lot of mistakes, and many times I don't even realize about them. Somebody would let me know that, hey, you have done this mistake, and that's absolutely okay. I mean, should I really feel bad that, oh, I'm making mistakes or I should not be doing this? No, because this is the part of the journey and that's how you are supposed to learn. All right, actually I had forgotten to talk about the secret I promised you to share. See, it's one of the things you are probably already aware of, but still you keep looking for that. I don't know why. So, the secret I wanted to share with you is consistency. Yeah. And I know it very well that you were already aware of it. You knew that if you want to become fluent in English, you actually have to be consistent. You get to be consistent no matter what, no matter how busy you are, no matter what kind of work you have to get done, still you have to be consistent, because see, you have already procrastinated enough, you have already made excuses enough. Now it's 2025. I mean, how long do you want to just stretch this process? Although this is the lifelong journey, I mean, you can never be satisfied with the level you have achieved, but still I feel if you want to reach to the level where you would be able to express your ideas easily, you must be consistent. You must practice every single day with consistency. Depends on how many minutes or how many hours you can dedicate. It's completely up to you. I'm not gonna give you that you should be doing this and that, because I feel if that's perfect for me, it might not be perfect for you. So you have to figure things out on your own. What are the steps you need to focus on? But make sure that you are practicing every single day with consistency if you want to speak in English fluently in 2025. So that's all about this video. Thank you so much for listening to me and being the part of this journey. That's all I wanted to share today, and I will be back with an interesting and amazing content very soon. Bye bye.